Oh, we're recording. What's up, guys? It's the Falcon here, bringing you another Minecraft video. And I know I told you before that I would do one soon, so here it is. You know, last time we checked out a little bit, you know, maybe what you hadn't seen of Jack's area and what Bowler had been up to. So now we get to see what I've been up to on my side of the wall. I'll even show you the map, although not everything is on the map. I think it needs to be updated. I'm not sure when Jack was on here last or how often he updates the map, the world map, but we'll check that out. So I started, instead of, mine is pretty much connected to Jack's through a wall, as I think I showed you in the last video, but this time we're going to start on the other side of my place, so not on Jack's side, but on the other side, because I just like this entrance better. So we're coming up to the first bridge, which really marks as significant the entrance to my part of the realm. I'm thinking about building something actually right here. You can see I kind of like cleared off some grass in this area. I'm thinking about building a guard tower or something there, but as you can see, my creation's slowly coming in. So these are my most recent, actually, built parts. My little bridge that spans here that connects me to the other side. That is not fully spawned in. There we go. There we go. My lighthouse. As you can see, lighthouse. It's got some fire up top, but what's also, I think, is pretty cool, we got this. So this is if you're coming in from the sea. Like, Bowler's is in that direction, so if you're coming in from the sea from Bowler's, that's what you see for the lighthouse. I actually really like the lighthouse. It took me, I kept, like, tearing it, or, like changing parts of it. I can see part of my sky bridge there, and stuff. But this is what I finally settled on, and I think it looks good. I really like the look of it. And here we come first to my harbor guardhouse, which is the entrance to that side of the wall, which is where I've been building. So you can come across here, enter the guardhouse, but you gotta go through customs. I don't just let anyone in. Playing a little bit around with like pretending to be a refugee coming in and getting sent to work in the forest, but whatever. So if the guard lets you through, you basically like talk to the person here, and they're like, you got one guard here, and like, oh no, yeah, I can let you in here. Or I thought I had a button here. I had a button here to do that too, but hold on. We're fixing that. We're fixing that right now. There. So they're like, oh yeah, you can go through over here. Or this person, if you're coming from that side and want to leave, you're like, yeah, you check out, you can go. And also got a guard like standing here being like, yeah, you can come in from my harbor. There's also the dock guardhouse, so any ships can kind of just come up and talk to the guards or whatever. You know, fun stuff. Fun stuff. So let me through. Alright, I usually just jump over the spot. I don't even use the buttons that often. And that'll bring you up into the first area. So we got the harbor barracks, which isn't anything special. You know, this is just where the soldiers and guardsmen kind of just chill. This is their bunks where they sleep. So I'm very accommodating. I gave them a lot of weapons, so they have weapons to defend because I mean, an enemy tries to invade our territory, they're gonna come across that bridge or try to get through the harbor. They have to go through the harbor first. So we got guards guarding the border. See that? And it's I actually really like this entrance, so I'm pretending like, oh, I'm a foreign citizen, dignitary, whoever. You know, someone coming to the country for the first time. I call it a country. I pretend that Jack is the king, and I'm like the general, and I've been sectioned off this area of the wall, pretending like there's enemies over there somewhere. And like, I don't know, I'm weird. But it keeps me entertained. It keeps me building things. So that's the point of it. But I pretend like he's the king of the whole country that I'm in. I don't think I came up with the name of it, but I'm like the general, and I've been giving I think it's eastern territory border beyond the eastern wall, because there's the inner wall and the outer wall, and I've been given to guard the outer wall to stop them from getting to the inner wall. It's all really dramatic, but yeah, that's that. So yeah, so And anyone like visiting or coming here for the first time, they get a view of that, and I think that is just majestic, especially as the sun sets. So you can come in here. If you have services, you know, I'm also a corporation, so Volcan Shipping Incorporated, which is a part of Connor Corp. Connor Corporation, for those of you who do not speak lingo. Volcan Shipping Inc. Is part of Connor Corp. It's this branch of Connor Corp. So we ship things, obviously. Customer service, you know, for anyone who needs that. Directions or something. So you come in right here, which is, you know, not a really interesting place to be, but kind of get this view. Oh, what is this? Well, this is archery practice. So you got some bow and arrows. You can sit here and fling them at different targets. This is the yellow is the 15 to 38 meter range, and this is the 28 to 51 meter range, measuring from about here to the front pumpkin is the first number, and the back pumpkin is the last number. You can see my my lighthouse over there. See, I really love that lighthouse. See it from a lot of different places. Coming over here, you know, starting to grow my sugar cane. I don't think I've even harvested that. Got some carrots. That's pretty new. This is what I've had since the beginning. We got our caution mine shaft ahead. So, you know, there's the mine shaft. It goes down there. I'm not going to really show you it, but Jack was kind enough to make stairs for all that, so that makes my life a lot easier. Got my diamond lapis and blocks of quartz that I'm planning to build some more on my sky bridge with. Obsidian, gold, that kind of stuff, redstone, iron. Don't have much in here. Used to be a lot more cobblestone, but then I used it all. Dirt, mining items, which is, you know, whatever. And then my lava buckets. Just gotta use lava buckets. A lot better than coal and charcoal in terms of durability and accessibility. Got my chicken farm. It's my farm. I should probably put a sign for my farm. I don't like to open it much, but let's go in here. Hatch. No, they didn't hatch. Hatch, hatch, hatch. Hatch, 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 hatch. Oh, one did hatch. Nice, I just hit something. Oh, a couple of them hatched. And my horse. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. If you lick it, I will kill you. Oh god. They keep like coming out on me. What is going on? What is happening? We're gonna throw these. That is a weird. That's weird. But yeah, got my horse. Haven't got armor, but it's a nice white horse. Lets me rain my section. I don't actually really take it out much. Mostly because I usually end up killing horses when I take them out. So they're a nice set piece just to leave here. I can take them out if I want, but I don't want to. Here's my main forest area. I plant them in specific sections so they grow and they don't mold into each other, like that happened over there. Like I hate mining these because I can never get them all and clear them off, but these ones I like to kind of get. So here we got more weapons training. So this is just more for your standard iron axes, iron swords, stone axes, and stone swords. You just pick one, you know, attack. Pretend you're fighting. Oh yeah, the cool new update. Do I have one? I don't have a shield on me. Where happened to my shield? Sorry, I had a shield before. Or maybe I left it in a box. Yeah, I must have left it in a box. But yeah, you can weapons train here, which is always fun. So we're seeing a bit of what I actually created, and looping back around there will take you to the harbor. So what we really come up to is here, Connor Corp headquarters, Connor Corporation, and yes, that might be based off of Kava Corp, but we do not say things. So there's the, you know, guard right here, the whoever, you know, who watches the door, they open it here, and you go through. There's also just a guard here. He doesn't actually really control a button or anything. He just stands here. You can always leave. It's just getting in that's the hard part. So another button here that's controlled by someone here, I believe. I think I put the button on that side just for funsies. And also if you want to come back here, because back here, oh, I should put a sign there. Let's actually put a sign there right now. Carrot. 2. Actually, let's just do. What? It's basically my throne room, but it's not really a throne. I'm the king, like I said. I'm the general. So, Connors. I think I call it quarters. So quarters. Carrot. Awesome. Done. So yeah, we go through here with the guard. We'll let you through. Come back to, oh yeah, Connor's quarters. I don't know why I put on that one. But yeah, and then there's another one who's here guarding this. Or this is where my secretary sits. I should give her a chair, but I don't. Come back here. Here's my nice little throne. Nothing too big, but I like sit up here. Lord over things that I'm giving up. Button on the top just leads to my room. Nothing too fancy. But what's this? Maybe you saw it. A lever. Whoa. To a secret passageway. This is what I originally built, and you can come back here, and you'll find, ooh, nicely you can see the archery range, you can kind of see the thing. It's a secret little passageway that's really unnoticeable. Trapdoor leads you to the panic room. In case stuff goes south, there's always the panic room. So do not worry, we have a panic room, as every good fortress needs. So yeah, I also red-wired this wrong, so if I close this from this side, I cannot open it from that side now. I have to do it from this side. And also, if I close it from this side, someone over there cannot open it. So I messed that up, but it doesn't matter. I only need this one, so meh. It's also better because if I'm being chased or something, I can open it and then close it from that side, and they can't open it. So it works out. Like I said, you can do that, and this leads to the sky bridge. But first to the barracks that guard my tower and my area. That's where all the guards and soldiers stay. You got your materials, your blocks, your tools, your swords, and your armor. I haven't actually put anything in the armor chest yet. Ooh, I wonder if I put my shield, because I want to show you guys this shield thing. Probably put my sword too to make it look cool. I mean, I can try to fight with a flower, but come on. See, and boats have oars now. It's all very advanced. Here's all just my random stuff. I got like blocks, food. I think it's uncooked food, and then food. Other stuff. I haven't even decided what I'm gonna put in those chests yet. Did I not see it? No. Huh, I wonder where I left it. Oh well. Probably in a chest somewhere. So there's that. And then there's, yeah, here. This isn't really lead to anywhere, it's just a nice little platform to guard and to view things. I always like to build these little platforms. Stairs are stairs, as you can see. Ooh, more customs and more checkpoints. For anyone using the sky bridge, they have to go through my guards that are here. Oh, my guards kind of just stand here, and they're just kind of standing like, oh, yeah, you can go through. Oh, you want to hear? Oh, yeah, you can go through. If you want to get onto or off of the sky bridge. I kind of messed up on these stairs, too, as you can see. I kind of, like, did not do those right. But you don't even notice if you're going up the stairs. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. So we come up the stairs onto the sky bridge. Oh man, we've been spending a lot of time. The moon's already gone down. But yeah, then there's here, which is the tower. You can see the harbor down there. Lighthouse. I really like the look of that lighthouse. I think I did that really well. Watch some archery practice, or you can come down here into. I forget how this one's actually probably the tallest tower because it goes all the way up the height of all those things. I think these are just the dungeons. Nothing really special down here. Just like, yeah, just the dungeons. They really don't really have a purpose. Like maybe the staff maintenance room. This is kind of the maintenance room, but it's right below the panic room. So there's that. When we're in a panic, I can always drill the maintenance room. Maybe I should build like a trapdoor or something. That'd be an interesting. That way I can always just escape into the maintenance room. Still wouldn't be able to get out of the tower, because I'd have to go all the way up to the sky bridge, but potatoes, potatoes. You know? So we come back here, back to the main, and we can go over here first. This is a big area, so it's going to take a lot of time to go over, but we just come. Alright, the Ender Portal Guardhouse. Maybe it's just the Ender Portal Guardhouse. I'm going to just call it the Ender Portal Guardhouse. The Ender Portal Guardhouse. Which, actually, the Ender Portal is not even really that close to here. I mean, it's on this mountain. So I got some places for the guards to sleep, and little platform to watch. Nothing too big. This is probably my least fortified guardhouse. Most things I don't feel like people are really attacking us from here. They got a little bit of ammunition in the form of snowballs. Like the Ender Portal is like, if I come over here, it is like down there where all those torches are. So it's the guardhouse. Other than that, I don't know, I just wanted to connect to this mountain and build one on here. So I built one on here. And now it's the Ender Portal guardhouse. So we can go back up to here. Nothing too... They don't get much traffic through here. Mostly because you have to go a long way, and it's not really connected to anything else. It's not connected to the main bridge. If anything, it's the last stop on the main bridge. It's not even that big of a stop. Only if you're really going to the end, and not many people go to the end. So we come back here. See a little bit. You can see my pumpkin patch down there, and more training grounds, which we'll get to. Whoa, 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 I don't know what that was. So you can see, poking over the head, that is Jack's library that we might have seen from the other side. Over here, this is my mine shaft. So nothing over here. I haven't really developed this much. It's not much of a mine shaft, to be honest. Actually, I did use it for a while to get a bunch of cobblestone, but there's like places for the miners and lumberjacks to sleep. Some stuff that I dropped off. Leads to this, which is like a bridge. Which is like the elevator. Up here is just top guardhouse. I put a door here at one point, but Jack took it down. There's also this wall was not this tall. It was only like 3 high. I kept jumping over it by jumping over trees that were here. But obviously Jack didn't like that, so he took it down, built the wall higher. I think he didn't put fire there because his library is wood. And as I learned, I actually first built my harbor out of wood, and it burned down. Mostly because of the fire on the wall. So now I rebuilt my thing out of stone bricks, as you saw, which I think actually looks a lot better, which is nice. And it already had a lot of the cobblestone necessary, so it didn't even take that much longer. And all the glass and stuff stayed. So here's just another little area I can start mining in. Go up here. Little area to explore. Drop down, you know, just chill. It's whatever. But yeah, so everything burned down except for like the glass and the beds. So I had a template all built up, so it was actually a lot easier. I just started placing blocks underneath things that were already there and kind of just expanded outwards. So it all worked. Here's the actual mine shaft part of the mine shaft. Again, I'm not going to go down there, but it goes on a while. Oh yeah, I started doing it here too because I hit like a ton of dead ends, or I built into a ravine. So I kind of stopped because I didn't want to fall to my death. And I was thinking about doing one here, or as you can see, I started to try. Let's actually put the torch here. But that leads to basically just outside. Jack kind of built up, oh god, the front of this. I just had it as 2 doors, you know, plain or whatever. But he felt that it needed to look cooler, so put those on. As you can see, he has a lot to say in what happens in his world. So there's that. We'll go back up to the... Go back up here. A lot of stops here. We're about halfway done. I I believe. Go up to the third one. Out here, out here. Just stop jumping until we start running. Whee! Okay. Running here, and there's snow on here because we're far enough north or east that there's snow. So there's Jack's watchtower. I think that's Tower 3, right next to the prison, which is where we started last time. So yeah, that's where we started that last video. This is the wall entrance guard tower. So inner wall, we got, you know, guard people that'll stand here. And this time I just use a switch. Oh, that's not what I want to do. But I believe, yeah, so you have to, like, hit the same one. Give me that back. I need that. I don't have that many. I only have 52 on me. You can come here. A little bit more open thing, so you gotta be careful, because if I just were to go like that... Ah! Good thing we're on creative mode. Otherwise that could have been bad. But... still disappointed I don't have a shield. Well, I'll get a shield here. So there's here more barracks, because, you know, this is the side that guards Jack's walls. This is kind of the last defense part of the tower, so that's why it's also very stocked. Here's a shield. I'm just gonna show you how it looks. Equip it here. My sword. So yeah, got a nice shield you can block. You can also hit a button. I think it's, no, it's not this one. I think it's this one, No, it's not this one. It's not the talk button. It's not that one. V, C, G, B, I don't remember. One of them, like, switches the stuff in your hand. Z? No. E? No. But yeah, so that's what you look like. You get a nice little sword, a nice little shield. It looks pretty cool, I think. I do like that addition. But I don't need it anymore, so I'm gonna put it back here for the guards. But I got them pretty well stocked. Like I said, last defense. Also a guard part here. So, a pathway that'll lead you right to the gate. So we got through here. That's where we started the video, as you can see. And up here, there's actually the horse entrance. Because Jack was sick of trying to get horses through that door. It's hard. So he built this. So this is now really what I use. And of course, more weapons practice. So I can just, you know, drill in some more of the pumpkins and have, you know, guards doing the same. But that's about all that is here. Let's move on back up to the elevator to the sky bridge. So we can get back up to the sky bridge. I actually really like sky bridges, guys. You don't even know. Like, my sky bridge isn't as sophisticated back in my original sky bridge, which is in my first Minecraft world. The original one that you saw is not as sophisticated as you can see. It's like I think it's 3x3 or 4x4, maybe others in some parts. And it doesn't have walls. But I spent time to build walls this time. So we're coming to, this is the infamous The Peak. Actually, this is the guardhouse to the peak. There's a guardhouse. This is actually the first guardhouse I built. And you kind of just come down here. And this is what I want to name it, like, you know, Romantic Point, or I was going to call it Makeout Point or something. But nice little like family area. Or it could be like for a nice little like trip for people that live in my place. See a lot. You can look out over. So also when it's dark, right here is one of the best places to stay. You can just look out over the water. I usually put my render distance up more for this part, but I don't want it to lag out. Little benches and stuff to sit on, which I think is really cool. So I'm happy with my peak. The Peak. Yeah. Like I said, I wanted to name it like Romantic something or other. Like Makeout Point or something similar to that. And then Jack renamed it like a Butt Sex Point. And I'm like, not about that life. So we're not gonna put that on there. We're gonna change that name. And that's when our sign war started. I also started over here. So we got our lakefront guard tower, and this is really the last section of where I've been building. I'll quickly show you the thing, but you got more guardhouse. This is guarding another what I have a story that I've made up about it. I'll show you some more. So there's some beds out here, beds in there, beds everywhere. Come out here, nothing too much. You can see the lake and that. Got our ammunition chest right here. Look at all that ammunition. We are ready for a war. Snowball war. And to Jack's Lake and lakefront residence. Another funny story, I built this solid soul out of wood. Actually, I built this part out of cobblestone. I started building right here out of wood, and then I'm like, oh, that's probably not the smartest idea, so I rebuilt it out of cobblestone. Turned out a lot better, I think. I haven't been around much, so my pumpkins haven't really grown. Jack's Lake's that way, lakefront residence right here. I haven't done much, but this is where I imagine my jungle workers are. I pretend that there's a crew that I have that are my jungle harvesters, and they go out beyond the wall each day to harvest jungle wood. This is where they stay. And they can come down and enjoy a nice comfy life and swim in Jack's Lake, which he built a whole thing right here just to tell me that this is going to be his lake. I didn't even name the lake. And then he came out and put down the sign and was like, this is Jack's Lake. I'm like, but I want it to be Connor's Lake. Because I kind of built on it. And he's like, no, it's Jack's Lake. So we had more sign wars for that. But yeah, so they go out beyond the wall each day to harvest the jungle wood. Obviously, these jungles are getting a lot smaller because when we try to regrow the trees, they barely actually. That's a good one, but these are all ones that I replanted. A, they don't give you a lot of wood. B, they don't sprout those big of trees. I think I got to build them 4x4, then they'll do it. But I don't know. So we're also becoming more of an oak wood because a lot of it's weird. So if you right here, this is an oak wood tree, but it gives you jungle wood. It's really weird. Like it'll give you jungle wood from it, but the saplings it gives you are oak trees. So when you replant them, you grow a bunch of oak trees. So I started just making an oak tree cove over here. And come way over here. There's, I think it's the second village Jack found, I believe. And as you can see, it's in a state of destruction. So I pretend that there's a war going on between, kind of a war. There are two countries, which Jack's is one of the countries, and the other country is, I don't know, I think I named it like Fiora or something, I don't know. It's another country that rules everything over here. But this is a really far outside. Come on, load. I don't want to fall in a glitch. But yes, I pretend like that country like rules pretty much everything out here, except that this is on the very outer edge of its control, and that Jack slowly built up from over there and came over and conquered this area. And he first came across this village, you know, and was like, drove the few soldiers that were out of here and burned the village down so that he could drive them basically away and take over that area over there and take over the jungle. So I'm pretending that these are the jungle workers here that harvest the jungle wood. And Jack wanted the jungle wood, so he burned down their village. His soldiers came and invaded the village and burned it down and drove the soldiers out and drove all the villagers out. And so they all had to become refugees back to their country. And Jack took this section over. That's my epic tale. And now there's a turmoil because I pretend that country is a very, very big country. And there's a civil war or something going on. So now a bunch of refugees are flowing in because it's not safe there, and that's why. So yeah, so I just pretend that he like invaded, took over this area. Because if you look at the map, he started on a whole opposite side of a ocean, and that's why the whole sky bridge, sky castle, and stuff is around. So yeah, I just say he invaded this area, drove out the existing country people. And that's how he formed his great nation today. or because he wanted the jungle wood, and then I was given control, and that's really why I'm here, and that's why I'm the first defense when I said I was protecting the border, because of one day if they try to invade the mighty country that's going through a civil war right now, that I'm going to call Fiora, just because I like fairy tale. But, yeah. So my jungle workers go out beyond the wall each day, put their lives at danger from invading soldiers, if there happen to be any, or bandits or marauders, to collect jungle wood, a precious resource that we use for almost nothing except for sticks. But sticks are valuable. They can make fences. We have a lot of fences and a lot of torch, so there's a lot of demand. So, yeah, that's how I have fun when I'm building. I make up a story and then I roll with it, and that's why everything I build has a guardhouse or something like that, and customs and stuff. Because I am the first border before you get to the rich side of Jack's side. Jack's like the entrepreneur and business owners. I kind of like taking the refugees and put them in places. Most of them I send to the lumber camps to, you know, I mean, they're paid well. They get food and stuff and rations. They become lumberjacks so that they can help serve this country that they are fleeing to. Start a new life as a lumber. It's a nice. I mean, it's not easy, but it's a comfortable life, comfortable living. And I have all the other soldiers and stuff, garrisoned here and stuff, and that's what they can do. You know, especially refugee kids, can join the army, become a soldier for Jack's army. Which I don't know if he trains them there, trains them here, but I got a lot of training camps, so I guess I train a lot of the soldiers. I'm the general of the army, like I said, I pretend to be. And then we got Bowler, who's like the wizard of the army, who I'm more the defensive general, and he's like the attacking general, so that's why he's building a huge castle in the middle of enemy territory, which I'm going to go show you on the wall. And I'll just give you the details of my imaginary story. Oh, by the way, Jack, I don't think he knows anything about this story. This is completely not something he told me it happened or anything. I just made this up while I was building. Like, started building, I'm like, I just like making stories, and then what I'm building makes sense, and I can have fun with it. And so that was the story, especially when I saw the destroyed village. I was like, there's a story here. And the story's going to be that he drove out the villagers that lived there so that he could conquer this area. But yeah, so this is like, as you can see from this side, this is more the business side. We got the blacksmith shop. We got a big harbor. We got the hotel, the Grand Hotel, the bank. This is where all the business owners and the rich people live. And I have all the refugees and soldiers and poorer people. But it's good because we are like the northern border type thing. Eastern border. I mean, they even got a theater. I don't got a theater. I've got a pit of death. That's what I got. And I got the Ender portal, which is always a dangerous part of the map. So, yeah. This is where we are, like I said, the green dot. This is where Jack started, so I pretend that Jack started in this town, and this town was nothing much. It's just one city-state out of many, one village out of many. And Jack came into power as mayor here or something, decided he wanted to expand, so he built up an army, and he created the Sky Castle, the Glass Castle, and then the Sky Castle. And started to expand his control. So he expanded over here and conquered this whole area and built the first wall. But then he wanted to expand more, so he took over more area and built the second wall. And then after he built the second wall, he wanted this forest. So he went and, destroyed the closest village. That was the village of Fior, which is somewhere way over here. Maybe they basically rule all of this area, all this uncharted area, and all this somewhat charted area. And so, yeah, and But Jack is a brilliant strategist, so he built to get directly into the heart of the enemy lines. Mostly, I said this village is kind of like really on the outskirts of their power because there's a huge desert between the village and it's the main country, and so that's why it was easy to just drive them out. They had to make a trek across the desert back to their home country. But Jack is a brilliant strategist, along with with Austin, the attacking genius, and so they're building a giant wall or a giant castle over here by using an ender portal to get in deep in enemy lines. Like I literally just made this up and not now, but I did that when I saw that village and I was like pretending I was an orphan coming in. So there's a harbor here, but it's not shown, and neither is my Skybridge guardhouse, because those are the last couple things that I built. But yeah, that's supposed to be here. So I'm like, refugees from down here can come in. Maybe this is a different country. And then there's Fiora that's way up here, and that's going through a civil war. Some of our bandits are coming from there down to here and attacking this country, and so then they're fleeing here. I don't know. It's a good story. It gives me drive. So I guard the outer wall, the second wall, from the bandits and from the, taking the refugees that are flowing in and, stop any enemy kingdom that's trying to come in and attack. I should probably build more guardhouses down in this section, but there's a huge desert, so they take forever. And again, we drove into the heart of the enemy lines by using the clever strategy of creating a ender portal to get to the heart of the enemy easily and undetected. And that's what I'm gonna leave you guys on. The struggles of the small kingdom of Jack and how it grew to be this massive kingdom. He's still got his sky castle and his seat of power here, and his home village, the city-state. So this is Rome. This is like the city-state of Rome, but then Rome conquered like everything, and that's pretty much Jack. Conquered everything from starting with his small city-state. And yeah, so I am the general. So that's what I do. I build defense. I build some comfort for my people that live within my wall, but I am mainly for defense against those who would come to seek to destroy. I might have to burn down this one next. I'm not sure. But yeah, I also want to build something right around here. A guardhouse. And this is where my bridge is. My bridge goes right across here. It's got my harbor, bridge. This is where we started the recording. So I want to build like a... Actually, this is where we started the recording. Alright, here. Maybe it's around here. Somewhere around here. Build a guardhouse. I think that'd be sweet. Or guard tower. I think that'd be cool. Other than that, I'm kind of running out of space to build stuff in. Got my mine shaft, my headquarters, my mine, my chicken horses, my crops, ender portal guardhouse. Right here is the gate, the wall guardhouse. That's the peak, and this is my lumberjack place. Yeah, this has been a long recording, guys, but hope you enjoyed it. Tried to spice it up with my story of what I feel happened, and that's kind of the basis of what I build everything on. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you liked this video. If you want me to do more videos like this. Obviously, we're going to do more when Bowler gets back on and starts completing his castle, which, as you can see, it's becoming very expansive, and I don't want to spoil too much because it looks amazing. I'm excited for it because he's, like I said, he's a really good builder. I'm not so much. As you can see, I'm decent. I can make some things. I made a trap. I made a secret door. I thought that was pretty cool, but that's about the extent of what I can make. I'm very proud of my lighthouse and my castles. I thought they looked pretty cool. Would have been look cooler if they made it a stone brick, but you know, I don't have the patience for that all the time. I'm a very build now, if I have to wait around for a while, get bored, and move on to other things type of person. So, ooh, City Hotel is open. That's what I'll leave you with, guys. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. I will try to do more things like this. I'll maybe make up more stories for other places that I've built things in. If you liked that, you know, comment about it. So yeah, we also had a really cool person comment last time. I was very grateful for their comment. It made me feel like it wasn't just me watching this video, which apparently it isn't. So that's great to know. Yeah. So that's all, guys. Peace out.